Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and yo boy is also back. Not me, OMNATH, or OMNERFed as we might also call the elemental, but thanks to the power of nerfing cards, I'm sorry, oh God, where are my manners? Rebalancing cards. In the Alchemy format, OMNATH Locus of Creation is legal in a standard-ish format for the first time since it was like October of last year. It's been over a year. OMNATH has been gone. While you observe that deck, yes, the rumors are true. I will be battling the one known as Croakies on December 18th. I would really appreciate it if you guys could come out and watch the show on twitch.tv. Yes, a video will be posted later, but watching it live would mean a lot to me. He'll have 2,000 to 3,000 people strong easy, probably more like 4,000 or 5,000. So every single person who can join me from the YouTube army would make a big difference. And yes, there is a chance the streak could end. The streak is on the line. If Croakies wins, I will have to end it. So cheer me on. Would be really awesome to see you there. All right, this deck. Not a lot of the new cards from Alchemy made it in here. Only one really, but OMNATH is like a new card. We haven't seen this card in so long, and the nerfed version, the rebalanced version, is 1 extra mana, so it's a little more expensive. It's a 4/4, and when it enters the battlefield, it scries 1 instead of drawing a card. If you ever listen to the ArenaCraft podcast that I do with Arjuna, I always said that the draw should be a scry, and that might fix it right there. But they also added a mana to it, and then the rest of the card is the same. When a land enters the battlefield, you gain 4 life if it's the first time. If it's the second time, you make 4 mana. It's the third time you deal 4 damage to each opponent and planeswalker you don't control. So that's what's going on with OMNATH here. And then the new card that we have in the deck to go with all the freaking all the crazy lands is Forsaken Crossroads. This enters the battlefield tapped, and when it enters the battlefield, you choose a color. When Forsaken Crossroads enters the battlefield, scry 1. If you weren't the starting player, you may untap Forsaken Crossroads instead. Tap to add 1 mana of the chosen color. So if you go second, you get an untapped mana of any color choice thing. And if not, you still get a scry land. It's not that bad. It's really good here where we're trying to make 4 colors work, and the scries can actually matter too because we have to hit the right mix of cards. And as you see, this mana base is a serious work in progress. You could try Temple of the Dragon Queen instead of Forsaken Crossroads if you don't want to craft it, because we do have dragons in our deck. It's just not gonna enter untapped probably as often as Crossroads, which in theory is every other time. Anyway, the rest of the deck, I wanted to build with cards that never got to play with OMNATH. It feels like Wrenn 7 was meant to play with OMNATH, and this has a 0 that puts any number of land cards onto the battlefield tapped, a +1 that gets lands, a -3 that pays you for having lands, a -8 that's awesome if you can ever actually do it. So I think that Wrenn 7 and OMNATH are meant to be together now that Wrenn and Chariot are not completely broken up, but not what they used to be. Then we've got Moonveil Regent. This card seems meant for OMNATH because whenever you cast a spell, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw a card for each of that spell's colors. Wow, 4 colors, draw 4. Feels good. You're going to like it. Dire Strain Revenge seems meant to see play with OMNATH. It destroys target artifact, creature, or land. You can target your own, keep in mind. And the controller may search their library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped and shuffle if it was a land. Otherwise, they can search their library for 1. It has flashback. It's a cool way to keep OMNATH triggering, and the flashback part is pretty cool too. And you can cast it from the graveyard when you have Moonveil Regent on the board. I've also found it's good at destroying things like Meathook Massacre that might give the opponent a lot of life, you know, from Scoot Swarm. Then we have ways to stay alive. 4 copies of Fateful Absence, a Braid, Dragon's Fire, 1 Light Up the Night, which is kind of a cool hit for the deck. You can flash it back using Wrenn 7, or you can use all that mana to fireball their face. Really fun. 4 Lotus Cobra. Lotus Cobra, Scoot Swarm, and Yasharn are like the OG buddies of OMNATH that he's brought with him into the new world. They're happy to see him back. They weren't doing much in Standard lately. And then one of the now, like, buffed Druid class, which now the Chapter 3 is 3 mana instead of 5. Yippee-ki-yay. But I still think it's a good one-up for the deck regardless. So this is what we're doing with Omnath. I've tried a lot of different builds of Omnath, control Omnath, mid-range Omnath. This is just kind of straight up landfall Omnath. And Showdown of the Scalds was in the deck. I'm sure that's going to be a suggested card. It really didn't work out. It exiled way too many good cards. Storm the Festival was in the deck. That also struggled. It depends how many spells you want to run, but Storm the Festival doesn't always hit great. I feel like this version, though, I would love to run Storm. It was just too many expensive cards, and it did better without it, but I wouldn't blame you one bit. I mean, part of me says, forget the early game, cut the Lotus Cobra, run Storm the Festival, feel bad when your opponent plays Redain, but otherwise feel good, and that could be fun. Anyway, Omnath. Let's dive in. Let the Omnath nonsense begin. All right. We've got lands, we got Cobra, Class, Moonveil, Abrade. Let's go. We're on the play, so we need to play this on turn 1. What are we naming? White? Beautiful. We actually had turn... I realized after I played it, I might not have turn 2 green, but now I do. Swamp. Probably means Lotus Cobra has to stay home. We don't want it to get picked off by a Deadly Dispute. It does slow down Moonveil Regent. That's okay. I feel like this deck wants me to play the Cobra. I definitely don't want to abrade anything, so I don't think we play Cobra here. I think we level. Will the well run dry, though, next turn? Let's find out. Maybe Cobra should be Augur of Autumn. Evolving Wilds. Well, 2 land drops can go a long way. Let's see what happens here. Does the opponent have Deadly Dispute? Feels like they do, doesn't it? Do I have another green? I do, if I draw a Wren. Okay, so we'll go like this. Okay. Don't have another land, so I guess I play this and hope it lives till next turn so I can Omnath draw 4. All that resolved. They've got something and they're not playing it. They want me to go... They want to get Fumes so we don't block. They've got their Hive. So many little dorks. Swarm? Do we want to discard that to draw 4? I think I do. Bam! Rip 'em. No land. Man, magic can be nasty. I mean, we do need land to go with our Omnath, thank you. Alright, so the opponent wants to block there, go get Fumes, use Fumes on one of these. Let's not make it easy for them. They probably have Meathook Massacre, so our Scoot Swarms are a little risky. We need to somehow get a lot of mana going. Make giant creatures, make them something they can't sweep with a hook, because they're not playing Snow. I think we want to try to get a hook out of them first. They might not have it. If they had it, would they just play it? Yeah, they would have, right? So maybe we are supposed to go for this. It's popping. Stuff is happening. All right. Take that chance. Go get UU. Okay. All right. We can level up an attack, make something that the hook can't deal with. Can also play another swarm. If they have a hook, it's really sad, but we kind of... I guess we have backup, right? We have this and this. Okay. What else can we do with all this mana? I don't think we really want to revenge. So yeah, we just level up here. I think something bad is going to happen to the Cobra anyway, and it's pretty much done its work. Let's do it. Just send the load. I definitely feel like they're going to have some kind of a trap for us, but hopefully we come out on the other end feeling okay after all is said and done here. Yeah, the fact they waited this long with the Deadly Dispute is definitely a sign that they have a hook. Yeah, full reload from the opponent here. And a grasp for the land. Yeah, hook. All right. The frustrating part is how long everything takes now. The animations are so slow. I feel like they made the game a lot worse on the animation side, and I hope the next patch fixes it. But don't you just feel like every game is taking a little bit longer, like way too long compared to what it used to? Feels that way to me. Time to see if they drew second hook. Oh, that gets a blood artist. That's pretty good for them. Anytime. Anytime. All right, go get that. Go a little wider. This is kind of our last gasp here with the revenge, though. Or with the rampage, rather. Wow, did all the Wrens just really sit right on top of each other there? I don't think it matters what we choose, right? But I guess I'll just choose white. We got rid of some planes along the way. It's a card that can be good. And we die if they draw a hook and keep their Blood Artist, and it will be a glorious way to die. They get to look at least 4 cards here. They get to use the Blood token. They can also flip like these eye twitches multiple times. So if we lose to another hook, at least it'll be a glorious death. Although it took about what feels like 40 minutes longer than I wanted it to. Let's see if they loot with their eye twitches here. Oh, the fact they have to think about it's good for us. These would be easy decisions if they had the hook. First choice, sciences. Second choice, loot. Oh, that's scary. The fact that they looted, grabbed 1 sciences, then looted, instead of the double loot. Come on now, you must have it. Just play it. You win. All you gotta do is play it and win. Okay. Come on. At the table, I'd just slap you. Come on. Don't slow roll me. Interesting. Oh, you're gonna dig deeper. Okay. You got another, like, sack and draw? No? Sciences? Okay. Well, I feel kind of bad. They didn't do everything they could to hit the hook, you know? They didn't quite go the distance. Cool, no land. Get that thing off the battlefield.
Unleash Inferno.
I love how I didn't hit any lands with the Wren. That was perfect. That was perfect. I just wanted to make, you know, over 100 swarms and didn't quite get there. Take that. What a silly game. On the play. Let's roll. I mean, it's a slow hand, but we do have removal, so it's not that bad. On the play means we have to scry anyway. We may as well do this. Let's name white. Cobra. Well, there's a curve in progress. Let's go. Oh, yay, the new 1-drop superstar, Tenacious Pup. Oh my gosh, this card. Makes the next thing ripped. Absolutely ripped. Mighty pack leader. The strongest of the pack. Good thing we're busy ramping too. We're gonna want to kill that at some point, but not yet. Or do we? If we just take that thing out, we can definitely Yasharn next turn no matter what, but ramping into Yasharn, what does that do for us? If they just Blizzard Brawl the Yasharn, we're taking a heck of a beating, and this thing has trample indefinitely. Kill it now. Kill it now. Play this. White, green, red, blue, scry. Seems good enough for me. Always go blue. Hopefully they don't draw with it now, so Yasharn can shut down the clue. I'm sure they have a 3-mana card they want to play. I guess if they draw, we're fine with it, because that means they didn't play some awesome 3-drop that's going to destroy us. They keep touching the clue like they really want to crack it, so maybe they do. Nope, troll it is. Yeah, I have a bad feeling Yasharn is gonna die. Maybe that means I'm supposed to play the Moonveil Regent if it's just gonna get Blizzard Brawled anyway. But Yasharn at least gets value when it dies. We're gonna have an extra mana here, but we don't have a good use for it. We could play Evolving Wilds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, let's try to save that one more turn. Wah! Almost to where the swarm makes more swarms. Here's your Blizzard Brawl. Ow. Gonna need an Omnath. Paging an Omnath. Can we draw an Omnath today? We haven't yet. Fateful Absence. Well, we can take out a troll. And I guess that's okay. Play a dragon here. Oh, I should have held up the Absence for another Blizzard Brawl. This was a mistake. Oh well. You do what you gotta do. Go blue. Decline. Yeah, if I had played land first, made the mana, played the Moonveil region, I could have had 2 mana to hold up Fateful Absence to respond to a Blizzard Brawl with. I wouldn't play around a Snakeskin Veil. But responding to Blizzard Brawl and trying to keep my Moonveil region is probably more important. You can't play around everything against green. So let's see what happens. The last ace up my sleeve. Scoot Swarm. Can we get there? Okay, they've picked the Oddity. Seems like a good choice. Let's just block it down, I think. Take that trade. Deal this 1 point to their face. Yeah. I don't know. If I were them there, maybe I level up Ranger class and crank out another troll. I don't know. It's a good draw. White, white, green, green, red, red. all of them. Look at all those cards. Okay. Just go there, go blue. Hanging back. So that Oddity play from them at least shows some weakness here. That's good. And we're swarming, so even lands are okay top decks. All right, now they're digging. How about the top card of my library is a certain Omnath? How about that? Can we do that? Sculptor, sure. Level, sure. Cobra. Cobra's okay. So, play that, make the things. Play this, draw extra card. Okay, no Omnath needed. Just green, red landfall was always OP. Raffle trade. I'll see if I can offer you some raffle trades. Hey, look who it is. Look who is back. Look who's back in standard. Look at this guy. Yeah, we all missed you, buddy. All right. Let's try to hang on to the wilds, I think, and play this tapped on start. All right. Matchmakers decided it's mono green all the way for us today. There will be no other matchups. There are no other decks in the meta. Very risky. Oh well. If only we'd been on the play. Come on, let it live. Let it live. Level, Blizzard Brawl. Eh? Eh? No Blizzard Brawl. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not quite enough. But we can do this. Go blue. It's something. It might inspire them to kill the swarm. And we need another green in case we draw a Wren. Second class, let's go. We're leveling, baby. Level that class up. Let's go. Come on. 2+1/+1 counters per attack step. Broken. All right. Go blue. Chump blocking machine ready for action. All right, you save 2 mana. What are you saving it for? Snakeskin Veil? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we just play one of these Omnaths and then play Omnath Evolving Wilds next turn. Or we want the Regent to be like the last thing we play, right? Maybe we do just play Regent now. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it's more value if we play the Regent now. We don't have to discard our hand next turn. But we could. Settle the Wilds. They get to go fetch a land, and they get to conjure, right? Seek a basic land, and seek a permanent card with mana equal to the number of lands you control. So they got a 5-drop there. They fetched a 5, so that's like Wren, could be universal, or a natural growth. That would be a flex. All right, so they got Snakeskin Veil. Do we take their Raffle trade? Nah. We'll have more blockers. We can take a little damage. Okay. Go, blue. Casual draw 4. Okay. Backup Omnath confirmed. Scry, Wren, yes. Nutty. Absolutely nutty. Send a message. I would love to draw that Wren. I might not get to. I might want to make a 1/1. Let's see what happens. Remember, our opponent did get a 5-drop. And it is unnatural growth. What else you got there? I think I can take 6, but let's see where they put these counters. 7. Okay. Can I take 7? Is it worth it to draw a Wren? No, it's not. And we might draw a Wren anyway. Let's be honest, we'll just rip one off the top. I mean, those insects are taking it for the team, aren't they? You gotta love an insect that devoted. Alright, they finally let down Snakeskin Veil. They see I do not care. Alright, they're at 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11. Perfect. Triggers for fun. Got him. Goodbye, green. OMNATH is back, baby. Too slow on the draw. Got a mullet. Even though the mana's good, it's way too slow. Same hand. I guess I'm not going any lower. We're just gonna have to get lucky now. Hey, at least the mana's nice. Okay. That could do the job. We'll see. Might get Jwari'd. Or just killed. Or just bounced. Play around Jwari. We don't have anything extra to do with the mana anyway. Divide by 0. It's holding priority on the stack. It's that or some other counter spell. I'm pretty happy if they're burning through these. They're pretty good against us. So whatever we play probably gets divided. I guess we have to get through it anyway, though. And I don't think they have a Jwari. They would have played it on turn 2. Try to keep hitting lands. Good. Well, I can definitely give up the Cobra, and I'll give up the Absence. No big deal. Not a very good go blank. They're probably a Leer deck, though, so they're setting up for a better thing in the future. See if we can get a Swarm going. Also hold up mana if they play Leer. It's kind of scary for them. Sure. I mean, I've got another one right here. It's kind of weird. All right, no Leer yet, or they're just going to wait longer, which is understandable. They burn 2 Divide by Zeros, Go Blank, and Fading Hopes. And they're going to Witness. Okay. Cool. They don't have much mana, so we get to play Ren, which lets us keep hitting land drops. Maybe they're not a Leer deck if they play Witness. Let's plus. We've got all these lands to 0 into play next turn, and we've still got board presence, and we've still got Fateful Absence open if they play Leer. The Tree Folk is just another big sitting target. A plus Ren is kind of a scary thing. Yep, meat hook, sure. Thinking. We could Fateful our own thing, but then we're not ready for Leer, so. They might not have Leer. They played Witness. They shuffled stuff back in, but they do run Fading Hope, and they did leave them in the yard, so. Seems like a trap. So, do they have another meat hook? They foretold. That tells me that they have... What does that tell me? Doomscar? Probably. So we got to be careful with how much we deploy. I really want to save Omnath Moonveil Regent as a draw for. So maybe we could get everything out of them with this Swarm. What's better? To play the land, make 2, and then trigger the rest, or to have them all enter at once? I think we play the land first, right? And that gives us double. Could also play everything. That seems pretty bad. Yeah, I think we want to draw the Doomscar here.
We blossom and thrive.
So they probably kill it, and they have Hook, so that's pretty good for them. But then we do have follow-ups. If this is a Saw It Coming, it feels real bad. But they tapped out last turn, so I don't think it's a Saw It Coming. Okay, it probably is a Saw It Coming. The Rampage, well, let's see if they counter this. It's kind of a trolly move. They might also divide their hook if they have the 4th one. They did shuffle some back in. It's still a lot to draw early. Okay, let's it go. Interesting. But they did think about that. Does feel like it's a Saw It Coming. So how do we pressure them? If we play Moonveil Region and they counter it, that's pretty bad. If we make a big creature, let's go for that.
Heed the trees. They prepare for war.
Ooh, okay, I got played a little bit. Yeah, played. Double bottom, though. They do have an 11/11 to contend with. Do we give up on the Leer mode? I don't think so. I still think they have Leer. All this does against Leer is buy a turn, but it's worth trying. Okay. Well, that's something I can Dire Strain Revenge as well. I think they're playing Witness again. Yeah, I'm not buying into the Leer thing anymore. His Fateful Absence has probably been played poorly. Yeah, they're just trying to Omega grind here. And we're basically playing the same under those rules. Light up the Night, though. That's the kind of thing that when it resolves could really hurt. There's some land. Another Rampage. Let's go for... Do we go for Regent this turn? We could just try to light them up. It hits them really hard. If we discard it, we don't get to do that. Yeah. Let's nuke their Celestis and then play the Regent and see if the Regent makes it a turn. They've only got 3 cards and one of them's a land. And we've got them under something like pressure. Also, if they have a divide, now they can't use it. Okay. You know what? Forget the Moonveil Omnath combo. I know it's cute. We're going to play Omnath now. Wilds. Wilds can be a mana doubler next turn. I guess we would like to draw it. If we don't, it's not the end of the world, of course. We gotta figure out a way to do some more damage to them. Just so that Light at the Night is in range. 22 is a lot. That is the broken card right there. That is the card that our mid-rangey strategy probably can't beat. Discover the formula. If you didn't see yesterday's video, seek 3 non-land cards and then perpetually 1 less to cast. It's way more busted than it looks. It looks fine. It's not fine. It's not fine at all. When they start casting these and looping them, you can't win. I mean, that's, I'm sure, a lot of what's going on here. I want to see if I can hit them. I think that they're thinking about sweeping the board. I definitely don't want to mill myself too fast. Okay, takes that. So I can play this untapped, put this onto the battlefield tapped, and then it deals another 4. And I'm just trying to get Light Up the Night range, so I guess that's good.
Bask in nature's beauty.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It seems to think I can do a lot more. What am I doing wrong here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I mean, they probably just divide it by 0, right? If they Jawari it, that's really bad. Play around the 1 Jawari. You go to 2. Okay. Hullbreaker Horror. The one, if I hadn't taken down, so I should have paid 1 less, right, for Fateful Absence there? Yeah, 1 less. This game's over, unfortunately for me. I forgot about Hullbreaker Horror. Didn't think about that one, did I? And for 5 mana, too, because of the Perpetuals. It's a big deal.
The heat.
And now we've lost the Wren, so we can't flash this back. Our opponent's at 2. If we can hit 3 land drops, we could win. Or if we could get this to die. Alright, let's start here. It's not good. Not good at all. Alright, they verse itself. It goes to hand. It's only 5 mana, so they can replay it easily. Let's go for a Moonveil Regent. Resolves. Let's go for Omnath. Trigger. Take the action. Ooh, that's a couple more absences. But no land. We didn't hit any land. That's really bad. But if, hold on, if this dies, hold on. If this dies, okay, so now this is on the stack. If we can kill this. 4 damage to your face. Hell yeah! A Braid, Yasharn, Omnath, Ren on the draw. So we get a Scry, and we get a cheap removal spell. We just need to draw something else for like the 3 to 4 mana area, so we don't take a turn off. So let's see what we can do. Oh, is it? Is it, I think, is very sad, and we lose. Play this name blue. I guess it can be untapped because we're on the draw, huh? Could just play this and make sure we have a Braid available if we decide that's a thing we want. The Rampage. Okay, that can make our next turn a little better. Don't think there'll be anything to a Braid. Okay, do need another land, so that's a good one. I don't think we're gonna beat Is It. If they're just, even if they're like a rough Dragons deck, right? If they have any kind of counters or divide by zeros, it's just too hard. And they're running Snarls, so maybe they're just an older deck. I don't know. We'll see. We've got a green in hand, so let's get... One makes blue. We can have double red. Yeah, let's get red and blue because Yasharn can cover the others. And then we just work on having threats. And see what the opponent has for threats. Smoldering Egg. Something a Braid can't kill. That's rough. Alright, so this is an untapped Crossroads, right? So we could just go for an Omnath. I think I'm supposed to play around Jwari Disruption, though. Let's do a Yasharn instead. Yay, land. Yeah, that felt like a Jwari Disruption. Maybe in a Braid of their own. Please no dragon? Okay, no dragon. Probably a Divide by Zero, though. Is there a good way to play around a Divide by Zero? We can go for the Swarm. If they divide it, we can play it again. It's not particularly great, is it? I guess we start with attack with Yasharn. Man, nothing does anything. I guess if they have Divide by Zero, we have to get past it, right? And we didn't want to play around Jwari. So we'll play this land, play this Ren. Omnath is a lot worse if you play it in that spot. Oh, okay. If they had a Fading Hope, would we have seen it? Maybe. Well, make them have it.
The entire forest is in army.
Okay. Well, they did a good job holding Fading Hope. Let's see what else they have here, like Memory Deluge. I mean, just Is It cards? Is It cards are better than like 99% of what any other deck can do anyway. So I don't expect to win. It would be nice if my Braid didn't line up so terribly here, and that if I'd drawn like Fateful Absence instead, which I have a lot of in my deck. Druid class. We'll get those lands on the battlefield. Yay, some life. I mean, I assume they're going to do something I'm not going to like here. They did nothing the whole turn cycle. What's going on? Yay, extra turn card. Oh, so cool. Yay, extra turn card. So fucking cool. Good job, you did it. Anytime. No choice, really. My turn. All right. Does this resolve? They still have a Jawari Disruption. Does this resolve? What a jerk. All right, fine. That is actually a pretty good play. All right, let's see if they can finish the job. If we didn't, we could have played an untapped land, leveled up, and hit another land drop there to double our Scoot Swarms. What a hit. And they're going face, because why not? They just drew that, right? They would have played it last turn, so that was their top deck. God, I hate this. I hate them so much. I really hate them. I really hate them. Just screw you, you know? I hate you. There's no better way to put it. And we are back for the post-game wrap and the real talk, potentially. Let's check out the stats powered by Untapped.gg. Remember, if you download Untapped.gg after clicking on one of my deck list links, it does support the channel, so please check it out if you haven't before. We went 80% win rate, 4-1. Felt really good. Didn't play what I would call the normal of the format. I think Izzet's always going to be tough. You got to find creepy ways to win against Izzet. Beating green feels good because green's going to stay popular. Beating black felt lucky, but it was a good game. The control matchup, I can't believe we won that. How would we do against mono white? I hope we're on the play. That's going to be the main thing I'm going to say. I hope we're on the play. I hope we ramp into OMNATH, and I hope they can't do anything about it so that the life gain keeps us alive. The good news is, while they can tax us a lot with Thalia and Redain on spells, all of our top-end stuff other than Ren and 7 are creatures, so it doesn't hurt us as bad as it looks. Now I've got to kind of cushion the stats. All this... Like this looks good, all right? 4-1. All this inching down was me testing various OMNATH builds. And I kept changing them, and I tried like a number of different things, and it wasn't going well. This is the first version I found where I was able to put together about 50 minutes with some games where it felt like it could be competitive. And I do think there's something to learn from watching the bad builds lose, but most people have definitely proven with their clicks and their watch time that they don't want to watch the bad versions lose. They don't actually want to learn from it. They just want to see what's good and how to play it rather than what's bad. And so that's been kind of the way it is. If you want to, you can go back to my profile. You can click on these decks and you can see the changes I've made to various OMNATH builds as I went and see what didn't work. That is totally a thing you can do anytime because my stats and my profile are public. You can look all of this up and see all the things I'm playing and what I'm using and what I'm cutting and what I didn't like. And you can kind of detective together the narrative of why I stopped playing what I didn't play. All right. We're going to leave it there. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next video. You're cool.